nieces and nephews, welcome back to Auntie Nell's Kitchen. And to my new nieces and nephews, welcome to the family. First, a little housekeeping out the way. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support to my channel. I really appreciate it. And guys, if you would hit that like button, I really would appreciate it, okay? Okay, today we're going to go home. Well, we're going to go back home with me. I'm going to show you guys something. They're really good. You see them in restaurants, but you can make these at home. I'm going to be making honey butter biscuits with some fried chicken wings. Yes, grandmama's chicken wings. Not with all that fancy schmancy. It's just country cooking, okay? So give me a moment to flip and a swip and show. I'm going to get started, okay? All right, introducing the star of the show, the Brady Bunch. Now, we got more than the three girls who had golden hair and 3 boys had brown hair like their father. But they all have wings like their mother. Okay, so. Okay, let's get started for real, y'all. Okay, this is basically just some all-purpose flour, some seasoned salt, black pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, onion powder. That's what's in here. Nothing fancy. You know, the only difference I changed with my grandmama's fried chicken recipe, I just added some garlic powder and onion powder. Other than that, because, you know, back in the day, they didn't have all that. They didn't use all that. It was salt and black pepper, you know. But you know, I'm telling you what the key to good fried chicken is, people. Good fried chicken come from this right here. Let me see if I can get it over there for you. See that right there? That's good. That's where the good fried chicken come from. Right here. This thing right here, a cast iron skillet. Well, this is a cast iron Dutch oven. I use this to fry chicken. I don't fry much at all. And I use it to make my cobblers. Especially my grandmama's sweet potato cobbler. That go good in a cast iron skillet. I'm telling you. And I only use large. No, large is not paying me. And large ain't gave me a pot or pan or spoon or fork. Okay, I just love large because my pearl used large. That's what I grew up on. And large has been around over 100 years because I have tried other cast iron skillets. They do not hold up to a large. Okay, so I'm going to wait. I'm waiting until my oil get nice and hot. Okay, but while we wait on that, we're going to be doing our honey butter biscuits. And in this bowl, I have 2 cups of... Yeah, my white lily. Y'all know I love my white lily. And they ain't gave me a cup or a spoon either, so they ain't paying me either. But I love my white lily with them biscuits because that's what my pearl use. That's all I use. Okay, I got 2 cups of white lily self-rising flour. And I have a teaspoon and a half of sugar. And I hope my batteries don't die on this. And I'm sifting it. And I have a half a teaspoon of salt in here, okay? So I'm going to sift this on out. I think I need batteries. Don't worry, I got a manual one. Yep, my battery's about to die on me. Got to put batteries in. Yeah, I got to change the batteries. Just a little bit more, and I can bang you around. Okay, put that over there for a little housekeeping. No, that need a little battery change before I can do a little housekeeping. I got my flour and my salt and sugar sifted. Now, this is the thing I'm telling you, okay? You're going to need 3/4 cups of buttermilk. Some people use milk. I've never used milk with my biscuits. I always use buttermilk with my biscuits. And you're going to need 1 stick of cold butter. And I have my handy dandy grater here. I'm going to grate my butter in here. Because these are honey butter biscuits. These not regular biscuits. With my regular biscuits, I will use my 1/4 cup of vegetable shortening. Hold on. I'm a grater. You know, I have an electric grater, but you're going to grate this frozen butter. Be careful with your hand. This whole stick is frozen. So I'm going to grate this butter, and I'll be back, okay? Okay, now We got our butter all grated, all nicely grated. See that? All nicely grated. Okay, now I am going to, oops, my camera about to fall. Okay, now make sure your milk is cold. That 3/4 cup of buttermilk got to be cold. You're going to take your butter and put it in here. Put it in your flour. And it's okay if it sticks. You just scrape that right all off, honey. Don't leave any goodness behind. I got on my overall apron today. Going back to the country road. Back to the country road. You know, I forgot to turn the stove on for the heat the oil. And I'm going to incorporate this into my flour because I need it crumbly. Nice and crumbly. Going to incorporate this. You know, I normally use, when I do my shortening, because it's cold, I just do that too. But I grated this butter. These are not biscuits I make often because we like honey butter. My son loves honey butter. But prefer the regular standard buttermilk biscuits. And so that's what we like better. Just something about that good old buttermilk biscuits, I'm telling you, honey. And don't worry, guys. Auntie is not going to tire herself out. I needed to get in this kitchen because this relaxes me. And it's such a de-stressor. And you see, it's crumbly, and this is what you're looking for. You're looking for it to be crumbly like this. See how that crumbles down? That's what you're looking for. And I just go through here, make sure it's all well incorporated, and I still use my finger forks. The Brady Bunch is over there. You know, when you talk about the Brady Bunch, you know, the maid really was Mike and those boys' maid. Now, when he married Carol, do you think he gave Alice a raise? Because she was taking on 3 more children, plus a wife, and a bigger house. Now, I know doggone well Alice did not clean that house all by herself. I know it's a TV show, y'all. Just go with me. Just go with me. She ain't clean that house all by herself. You know, she ain't do that. She did not clean that house, that big old house, all by herself. That big old house, and it only had 4 bedrooms. And then have time to do laundry for what, 8 people plus herself. And then cook for all those folks. Oh, please. Y'all ain't fooling me. They missed the mark on that one. It's like on Good Times. James never kept a job past the episode. Okay, I pour my milk in. I'm making my dough. You just keep doing this with these finger forks. You're making your dough. And if your flour gets sticky on your hand, let me show you what you do. Only thing you got to do, we'll throw that over there for a little housekeeping. Put a little flour on your hand. Now, but by this dusting flour, now if you're using self-rising flour, you make sure your dusting flour is self-rising flour, okay? And so, you're going to move this around, and I got my dough good. And the way I do my biscuit dough, I don't care what biscuit I'm making, whether it's blueberry, strawberry, I don't care. I always like to put folds in my biscuits, put some flour on my little board here. And if I make a mess, don't come for me. Saying, oh, she made a mess on her stove cooking this messy. I've never seen a cook that didn't make a mess. Well, they probably do. Y'all just don't see it on camera. Okay, we're going to get this all out here. And I'm going to get all my goodness dough off my hand. Yes, mother is. And then I'm going to put some flour on my hands. And I'm going to get my dough. Yes, I'm making a mess. I told you that's what you got soap and water for. I fold it. That's my first fold. I flip. I fold again. This is something that I do with my biscuits. Grandmama used to do it. I don't even know. I think there's 3. 4. I mean, that's 5. Look at that. See how pretty my dough ball is? Nice and soft. See how pretty my dough ball is? Now, let me get my rolling pin. Yes, I still stick to the rolling pin. That's just something I love. I love my rolling pin method. And I got my flour here. And this flour is only used for dusting. Gonna put some flour on my little pin here. Gonna flour my board a little bit. I leave that right there in case I have to go back. Now, you know, with biscuits, I don't like my biscuits thin, like, not thin, but not like super thin. I don't care that, I don't like my biscuits really super thin. And so I got my pan. This is my biscuit pan. I call this my biscuit pan because it's just a 9-inch cake pan, but this is the only pan I use for my biscuits, and I call it my biscuit pan. Okay, so I'm going to put this in my flour here. This is my cutter, and I'm going to put that biscuit over there. And you know the key, you know, sometimes what make your biscuits so hard and dried out, some people, they make a mistake on their flour ratio. They flour their board too heavy, and that gets incorporated in your biscuit. Okay? And now I'm going to make this, and I'm going to have 2 extra. They can be baked by themselves, but they still going to be some goodness. Because that I had to combine that, it needed a fold. Okay, got that ball, nice pretty ball ready. I already got this. No, I'm not going to stick it in that big thing. Gonna roll this out. And you know, while I'm showing you this, I'm gonna show you see, this is about how thick you want it. Can you see that's about that thick? Because self-rising flour already have the rising agents in it, you know, like the baking soda and stuff. It already has it in it. And that goes in the middle. And these 2 would be baked by themselves. I'm put them in there and put them in the, and I'm gonna make one little. This is gonna be the stepchild. This is the stepchild. The outcast. Okay, and I'll be right back. Okay, the biscuit's gonna go in this oven. For my oven preheated to 400, and they're going to go in the oven by 15-20 minutes. And I'm checking my temperature on my oil. It's at 321. It's not hot enough, so I'll be right back. I'm going to set up for my honey butter. I'm going to take a stick of butter, and it's going to melt, but I'm going ahead and get my cup ready for my honey. I got about a 4th cup of honey. Yes, and I fill it to the rim, baby. I fill it all the way up to the rim. Okay, so I'm going to set, and you put a little oil around your cup so your honey will come out nice and pretty. Okay, you won't be having to scrape. Okay, so let's get this oil checked again. It's at 337. It's coming. Yeah, yes, you see I cleaned up, got my housekeeping out the way. Now these wings, yeah, I do wash my chicken with a little baking soda, a little lime juice, lemon juice, and I like to use a bag for my flour. To me, it's makes it. Now my wings, I don't fry them, I don't fold them. I leave them alone like they still work for Delta. You know, spread your wings. And this is honey, this is nothing fancy. This grandmama, just cast iron and some chicken. That's all this is, cast iron and chicken. Well, you know, I don't have 11 herbs and spices. So I'm going to start putting my chicken in this pan. I'll be back. Yeah, if you have a timer on your oven, set your timer. The key to good fried chicken is to not overcrowd your frying pan. You know, leave some room between your chicken so that oil, you know, gets to cook evenly, because you don't want certain spots of your chicken raw. You don't want your chicken looking like it's had a blood transfusion. You know what I mean? So I'm going to put these in here, and then I will be done with this fork, because I won't be using this fork. I have to wash it with to sanitize, because it's come in contact with the raw chicken. Even though I got another one right over there. So I'm going to get this all floured up. And that's why I like using the bag, because you know when you got a bowl, you have flour everywhere. Look like look like it's snowed. And the thing about this flour, it can be used again, and you can reuse it again. You just put it, tie it up real good in a rubber band if you're going to fry chicken again. But like I said, we don't, well, not we, it's I. So I'm going to take this fork and move this chicken around. I'm telling, ooh, Lord have mercy. As my grandmama used to say, Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ. Father, I stretch my hand out to thee. Now look at these biscuits. Ooh, don't they look good? Look at them. 20 minutes. Well, I did 15 minutes on 400. Look at that. And my biscuits are not hard. Ha ha ha. Nice and soft. Let's get this honey butter together. All right, I got my honey. Not my honey. Woo, hot. Got my butter. I'm going to mix that around. Get that butter all mixed back in. Going to take my honey. Get that. Make sure, honey, get all your goodness out. That's why you use the oil. You see? It comes out easy. Little housekeeping over there. And I'm going to mix this together. Get this honey and this butter mixed in together. It's best to use a whisk. I don't know why I didn't get that whisk out. It's best to use a whisk. I don't feel like reaching over there. Best to use a whisk. And what I do, look at that. You don't have to use all this honey butter, but I gotta do some chicken minis. Yes, chicken minis. And so I'm going to be, if something is left over from here, I'm going to be using it. Look at that. Don't be stingy on the honey butter. Don't get stingy. You know, don't get stingy on it. And what I also like to do, as you all have seen in all my videos, I hit the back too. I sure do. Man, don't be stingy on honey butter. And if you count calories, this ain't for you. And my little diabetics, you get one biscuit, okay? You get one biscuit. All right. Now you got an insulin pump like mother. You can have two. Make sure you take care of yourself, though. Ooh, I got the extra ones. Churches ain't got nothing on me, and Popeyes don't either. I'ma toot my own horn. Ha ha ha. Toot toot. Look at that. Ooh, and you know what I do? Because my chicken's still cooking and I don't want my biscuits sitting around, I'm gonna, they look so, they don't look delicious. That looks divine. And I'm gonna put some foil over here so I can keep them covered, and I can turn this oven off. I'll be right back. As this chicken is looking good, it's time to bring this first batch out. Caitlin's, she's circling like a vulture. When I told her I was making honey butter biscuits, she's went, ooh. Her daddy used to go, woo-wee, woohoo. That's what my husband used to say. Woo! But I had to cook him drumsticks. He didn't like wings. He only liked drumsticks. Woohoo! Drain that extra excess oil off of there. Look at these wings, guys. See, that's why I say, honey, nothing is just grandmama. Look at that. Yum, 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 yum. Right, I have the last few in there, but here we are. Honey butter biscuits. With fried chicken wings. Grandmama, this is my grandmama. Thank you, nieces and nephews, for hanging out with, almost knocked down that lamp. Thank you, guys. Thank you, nieces and nephews, for hanging out with me, watching my video on my honey butter biscuits and and my fried chicken. It's my grandmama, so I had to go back to my roots today. So until the next upload, go be you, but be great being you. And yes, today is a good day for me. I'm all sunshine and flowers today, no raindrops. Okay, so I will see you guys later. Hugs and kisses to each of you. I'll see you later. Love you guys. Bye.